In this video, I want to give you guys a heads up on a PlayStation 5 game that will be getting a gameplay reveal very soon in December. We'll talk a little bit about that, as this is a game that a lot of you guys are probably unaware about. Crimson Desert by Pearl Abyss, we'll go over that. Cyberpunk 2077 is due out in December, and we will be getting another Night City Wire episode, so that will be coming up in just a few days. And Serious Sam Collection has been announced for PlayStation 4. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Crimson Desert gameplay reveal is set for December. Pearl Abyss will unveil the first gameplay of Crimson Desert in December, the company said in its Q3 2020 earnings presentation. The November 2019 announced open-world fantasy MMORPG tells the story of Black Desert's past. Of course, Pearl Abyss developed Black Desert, a game that maybe not all of you guys are super into, but I remember when that game came out on PC, visually that game was absolutely breathtaking. Crimson Desert is noted to be an open-world, massively multiplayer online RPG set in an epic fantasy world. In a war for survival, 3 tribes will fight for control of the Pywell continent. Crimson Desert has been produced since 2018 by Jason Jung, former game designer director of RYL Online, working alongside Jung on Real Online, one of Korea's most famous first-generation action MMORPGs, as well was Daili Kim, the founder of Pearl Abyss. Eter Lee, former lead combat designer of Real Online and C9, is in charge of the action combat system for the title. So this is going to be another massively multiplayer online RPG set in an open world. The art that we've seen thus far of the game looks quite good, and I have high expectations out of this one. Maybe Pearl Abyss isn't everybody's cup of tea, but what I've seen out of Crimson Desert and the notes that we have gotten about the game, while we don't have, a lot of gameplay footage or a lot of specific details, the actual world that the game is trying to employ, I think that is incredibly exciting, and it looks like a rugged RPG, looks like it has a mature tonality going on for it as well, so we'll see how the game ultimately turns out. Excited for this gameplay reveal, as we are going to be getting that in December. That should be a PlayStation 5 title, and it is planned for release on console and PC, so you can check that out when it is due out. Hopefully sometime in 2021, but Pearl Abyss titles sometimes take a while to make their way over here stateside, so, fingers crossed on this one, but Black Desert did take a little bit. But hopefully this is out sooner rather than later. Also, Cyberpunk 2077, I know some of you guys have lost anticipation for the title, and I can understand why. Some of you guys are still of the notion that this game might not be out in 2020. I am really hoping it's out in 2020, but honestly, at this point, the game will be out when it's out. That's kind of my mentality going forward with Cyberpunk 2077. I'm sure it'll be a pretty good game, but yeah, after how many delays? It was originally supposed to come out, was it April, then September, then November, now December. There's been a lot of delays. I think 3 delays in total, and the game's, we've known about the game since going back to 2011, 2012, so it's been a long time coming for this one, and obviously people are really excited about it. Well, CDPR will host the 4th episode of its Night City Wire live stream series for Cyberpunk 2077 on November 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. The developer has officially announced you'll be able to watch it on Twitch. The 5th episode will share more information about Johnny Silverhand, a variety of Night City's tunes, and a lot more. The game is officially due out on December 10th on PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. The game is supposedly getting a PlayStation 5 and Series X upgrade sometime in 2021, so hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. Since I know a lot of you guys have a PlayStation 5, you'll be picking up the game anyway, and yes, it'll have some benefits on the PlayStation 5 right out of the gate, but it's not going to be a true upgrade that we're going to see on the PlayStation 5. That's why I probably will end up playing the game on PC, and then when it does come to PlayStation 5, I'll probably give it another playthrough, or we'll see. However it happens, we'll see how each version is stacking up, and then I'll make my decision there. But I'm still incredibly excited about Cyberpunk 2077. I think it's going to be a great game, but at this stage of the game, it's just when it's out, maybe the day before or a couple days before the game is out, I can get truly excited for it, because at this point, a delay can happen at any point. I know CDPR is I know they're very much perfectionists, and they want to get everything right. Hopefully they are treating their employees well, and hopefully their employees do get a kickback of the percentage of the profits that this game makes. I believe that's something that CDPR does, so it makes some of the things that they do a little bit more palatable, and I understand they are working very hard on getting this game out to the market. As long as the developers are happy, as long as everybody working on the game is going to be satisfied with the finished product and they're being compensated accordingly, that's all I care about from, worrying about the developers. And I know that this is kind of the final stretch and the go-home stretch for this game to really come to fruition. So hopefully they're getting all the sleep that they need. Hopefully their lives are still completely fine and they're kicking it, developing this game and finishing up Cyberpunk 2077. Lastly, I do want to note Serious Sam Collection is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on November 17th. Yes, this is right around the corner. This will include Serious Sam HD, the first encounter, Serious Sam HD, the second encounter, and Serious Sam 3 BFE, as well as the Legend of the Beast and Jewel of the Nile expansion. Serious Sam has been a mainstay on PC for a very long time. The games are always quite good. They are, they're just very enjoyable first-person shooters. They're not that expensive on Steam, so it's not like it's a huge addition to have these on PlayStation 4. I mean, you can play them on PC, and you've been able to play them on PC for a very long time. They're not, like, egregiously difficult games to run. Unfortunately, no Serious Sam 4, which is a little bit of a bummer. That came out on PC back in September, and that kind of brings the franchise a little bit up to the 2020 standard, but still, Serious Sam is a, first-person franchise that you can always get into, have some fun with it. You don't have to, get super invested into the games, but you can definitely have some enjoyable moments playing Serious Sam. And all three games in one collection for a cheap price of $29.99, I think that's pretty good. If they priced this at $49.99 or $59.99, obviously, that probably wouldn't have been that great. But at a $29.99 price point, I think that's incredibly palatable, and I think a lot of people are going to check it out, and even if they don't check it out right away, one that they can easily add to their wish list, and when it's on sale for, let's say, south of $15, it would be a great pickup. The official description notes, step into the shoes of the legendary action heroes Sam Serious Stone. Experience one of the most explosive shooter game series of all time as you save the world from a merciless alien invasion, visit the ruins of ancient Egypt, and roam through the vivid arenas of South America, fighting seemingly never-ending hordes of enemies using an extremely destructive arsenal, including shotguns, heavy lasers, rocket launchers, a huge cannon, and an iconic minigun. Tired of playing alone? Go to war against Mental's horde with up to 4 players in local cooperative play, blasting your way through the campaign or the standalone survival mode. Finally, put your skills to the test against other players in classic multiplayer modes. Of course, that's going to be included as well. You got deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag, and more. You've got all the content from the 3 games, so that'll be a good one to get into if you guys, December isn't that heavy with new game releases, so if you want something that's, no nonsense and you can get easily into, maybe this will be a good pickup in December. November's kind of packed with the game releases, so I imagine the majority of you guys are going to be busy with what's coming out this month, but I would imagine that as December rolls on and maybe January, and especially when we head into next summer, the summer's always a dead period, so it gives us time to catch up on some of these games that maybe a lot of you guys are going to end up missing out on just because a lot of games are coming out at this moment. But that's going to conclude this video. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about Crimson Desert? Is it a game that you've heard about? Me bringing it up, does that get you a little excited for the game? I like the look of the game. I like, the idea of the game, so we'll see how that turns out. Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire Episode 5 set for November 19th, and Serious Sam Collection coming to PS4 on November 17th. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.